have to ask Dan a question while it's hot on the tongue.
Yeah.
A chef to chef question. Dan, you producing this food, you will never have this food anywhere else. You will have other good food, you will have other great food, but this right here is so signature. Like, I've eaten everywhere for the most part, all over everywhere, and I have not had this anywhere but with you. The question I want to ask you is, as a chef, when you are not in the kitchen, how do you keep this as consistent as you yourself preparing this? Because no one does it like you.
Well, I'm in there. I'm in there every day, all day. And that's. I'm glad you asked that, actually, because that's a really good question. Like, why would I do this?
Right.
I've already been all the way up to the top. You know, I climbed the ladder. I reached my goals.
Yeah, I got you.
And then I realized that the more time that I spent at that top level where you're kind of supervising and writing menus and doing cost analysis and labor and costs and all that stuff, and that's the business side of things,
Right.
which I was very good at also. We'll point on that later when we talk about how and who and why and where and all that.
Yeah.
But there comes a point to where if you're doing it for the right reason, if you're doing it from here, there comes a point you get so far advanced in your career that you realize that you're getting further and further away from the reason why you started in the first place. Wow. And I got to a point to where I was like, I can't do this. Like, you know, and the guys, my coworkers, the other chefs at the hotels and stuff, they thought I was nuts. Like, dude, you made it. This is why we go to culinary school. This is to get our credentials and to, you know, this is why we bust our butts and we work harder and longer and faster than everybody else to get those little advancements.
Right.
So we can get here. And you're here and you're going to go back on purpose and you're going to take a risk and buy your own restaurant?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
That was my
question. And I said, you know what? If you guys can do this for the next 25 years, God bless you.
Right.
But I can't because I love to cook.
Yeah.
And if I have to buy my own restaurant again in order to get back on the line and do it, that makes me happy.
Right.
What makes me happy is to do this and see that.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Wow.
that's all I need, man. That's what drives me. That bite. You take that bite, you close your eyes, and you're like,
yeah.
crap.
Yeah.
And I get to see that
Yeah.
numerous times a day because my kitchen's open, my diners are right there. I can say, oh, hey, hi, over there, you know, hey, Chef Dan, what you got tonight, you know?
Yeah.
And I get to see that first bite, and I'm like,
And that was my next
I'm good.
question.
So, yeah, the answer
did
to
you
your
know?
question, Vic, is yes, my guys can absolutely. They can prepare everything on the menu the same way I do, duplicate everything 100%. Something happens to me, God forbid, you know, Brandy can also cook. I taught her how to cook during COVID because when all we had available to us was curbside pickup and delivery and things like that. It was me, her, and a dishwasher and an empty restaurant, but I was like, honey, if we're going to make it through this, we're going to have to cook together.
I looked at him like,
together.
I fought it. He was teaching me how to cook, and I tried to play. I go, how? Ooh. And he'd be like,
No.
it didn't really hurt.
Not that easy.
She's being
I
humble
tried.
right now. Most people now, when they came back after COVID and they saw her cooking and stuff, if I had a day off and she was on the stove, they're like, just by the way, your food's actually better than Chef Dan's.
Wow.
And I didn't want to tell him. I said that.
She'd come home
Shots fired.
and she'd be like, guess what I told today?
Train the
Somebody
student
told
better
me
than the
today.
master.
Right.
I was like, good on you, babe. That's what, go for it.
Then I
Man.
had to cook more.
Right.
Steak and Riggy.
What do we have here, Dan?
Steak and Riggy.
Steak and Riggy, a very popular
Find that anywhere
northeastern.
Yeah.
until somebody steals it,
Until-
tries to Take it.
Dan, while Donnie
I
is
took a
getting into
chance
this,
bringing this because I think some of the other chefs out there are
because
like,
it's a bunch of things Donnie likes.